Yes, yeah. I can't get that.
All right, Kelly, come
on. Oh.
All right, I guess it takes a man to do that.
All right, let's go.
Here we go.
See it.
Can't do it. That means we have to call in Colonel Big Show.
Ah!
All right, here we go. You're watching Strike Zone Afghanistan!
Hey, Strike Brigade, how you doing? I'm Sergeant Joe Padula with the 2nd Brigade Public Affairs Office, and this is Strike Zone Afghanistan. Strike Zone Afghanistan is the Brigade's TV show dedicated to keeping you, the viewer, up to date with all the great things the Strike Brigade is doing right here in Kandahar, Afghanistan. And on this episode, I'm going to introduce you to some pretty awesome things, like stories about joint operations and missions, segments like Hero of the Day, Words of Wisdom, and Safety Sessions. We're also going to take a look back at the regiment's history, and of course my favorite part of the show, the Strike Soldiers' hometown shoutouts. Yeah, so stick around and enjoy a show about the 101st, one and only Strike Brigade. Absolutely.
Hello, my name is Specialist Rachel Garcia. I'm currently serving in Afghanistan. I'd like to give a shout out to my friends and family in Naples, Florida, and I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
This is PFC Michael Taylor coming from Kandahar, Afghanistan. I just want to wish my family a Merry Christmas back home in Columbia, South Carolina. Love you guys.
Now, the American and Afghan cultures share some similarities, but also some differences. And Combined Task Force Strike respects that. Specialist Mike Monroe has more to tell you.
For troops in Afghanistan, one of the toughest fights is that of counterinsurgency. Connecting the people to the government and coalition forces in the area creates some challenges. Going out to villages in the area and treating the population is one way the Strike Brigade is reaching out.
You could tell they were a little unsure. We came to see women. We're a women's group. We came to see women. We had one woman show up. Most of them were children, but it was very positive. You have to start somewhere. And when you start with the kids, it makes adults more comfortable, because if you can treat kids well, you can usually treat adults well.
Providing for the community brings with it a sense of accomplishment.
I want to be there and I want to help them, and the best way to help somebody is to be able to help them in their time of need, whether that's missing a limb or if they've got, an upset stomach or they sprained an ankle or something like that. I can help either way, and I really feel like it's my calling and I'm supposed to be here, and I really enjoy doing it.
For 2nd Brigade Combat Team, 101st Airborne Division Public Affairs, I'm Specialist Mike Monroe.
Great story, Monroe. And let me tell you, those combat medics are really making it happen out here. Now, being a part of the Strike Brigade means being part of high standards. And who better to explain those standards than 526's Command Sergeant Major Thomas Kelly. Hey, Sergeant Major, how you doing?
Doing fine. How you doing, Hero?
Yeah, another beautiful day,
Get your mind right, heroes. I'm Command Sergeant Major Kelly, the 526 BSB, and today we're going to talk about PPE, personal protective equipment. All right, Strike, when we talk about what right looks like, we got Specialist Verhos from Alpha Company 526 BSB, and he is the Strike standard. Okay, when we talk about the PPE, all right, you got to have your Kevlar. We ride in some real big trucks, and we got bumpy roads and everything. And if anything was to happen, we know that we got our Kevlar on our head to make sure we're straight, okay? Then the iPro. iPro is so important to us to where we just don't wear it on clips. It's a part of our everyday. When we walk out our tent, when we walk out our chew, we're wearing our iPro. That is very, very, very important in this war zone that we're in right now today. And the body armor, heroes. You gotta make sure you got your plates in your body armor, okay? This vest does us no good without the plates. You got a plate in the front, plate in the back, and plates on both sides. You gotta have it. It is the strike standard. We roll nowhere without it, okay? And then we get down to the Nomax gloves, okay? The Nomax glove, it was a sergeant major once told me that a lot of soldiers like to get Nomax gloves confused with mechanics gloves, okay? The thing about mechanics gloves is when they burn, they stick to your fingers, okay? Deal with the Nomax gloves. There's fire retardant material, and they could save your hands and you could use them again. All right. Another thing, back to the IOTV. When wearing this piece of equipment, you want to make sure this IFAC. This IFAC is full of a lot of goodies that could save your life, or at least temporarily fix you till you get to your next medical aid. You want to make sure that IFAC is on your non-firing side. As you can see, his firing side is on his right side. Therefore, his IFAC is on his left side. All right. Last but not least, strike. You must consume water. Regardless to what the temperature is, in this environment, you have to drink water, okay? And as you can see, you're not strike until you have water a part of your uniform. Bottom line up front, by wearing proper PPE, it could save your life. I'm Command Sergeant Major Kelly, the 526 BSB, and this has been your safety sessions. And with that being said, get your mind right, hero.
Yeah, Sergeant Major. Thanks for leading the way and keeping the strike soldiers safe. Now, during the holiday season, it can be kind of rough for the soldiers on the ground, and that's when leadership steps in to smooth it out. Specialist Ed Garibay knows exactly what I'm talking about. Check this out.
On Thanksgiving Day, Command Sergeant Major Marvin Hill, the ISAF Command Sergeant Major, came down from Zabul to share some turkey with a couple of Strike-a-San soldiers fighting in the Horn of Panjwai. The Strike-a-San soldiers from Alpha Company, 1st Battalion, 187th Infantry Regiment, 3rd Brigade Combat Team, have fortified themselves inside a small compound in Mushan, on the western side of Panjwai. The visit was a surprise for soldiers who had just planned to eat some things that they had bought from the local bazaar. Before sitting down, Hill gave some words of wisdom to the troop and handed out some coins to some of the company's MVPs. Nice job, guys. After a short prayer, the Strike-a-Sans enjoyed turkey, stuffing, and mashed potatoes, a change of pace from a month's worth of meals ready to eat. They sat in a circle, propped up on boxes, and said what they were thankful for. Hill said, "Out here, you are all the most important thing in my life right now. The people to my left and right are the people I depend on for my life, and the same goes for you all." Afterwards, Hill took some time to just hang out with the guys and share some stories. Command Sergeant Major Hill said goodbye to the Strike-a-Sans and loaded up on the chopper with a couple of pounds of turkey in his stomach and a whole lot of new friends in his heart. The visit really did make for a happy Thanksgiving. Strike.
Good story, Garibay, about good times. Way to go, pal. Now, word is getting out on the stories coming from Combined Task Force Strike, and you gotta view them all. Get a load of this.
The Strike Brigade is made up of high-speed soldiers with high-speed stories, and you gotta check them all out. For starters, if you're not a part of the Brigade's Facebook page yet, you gotta get on board. Here you'll find tons of strike pictures, strike video, strike comments, strike conversations, and look at that. You can even watch the latest strike Zone Afghanistan. Forget about it. And for you family members and loved ones back home, it's a great way to stay up to date with the unit's events. To become a part of it, log into your Facebook and in the search box type in 2nd Brigade Strike. That's 2ND Brigade Strike. And then when you see the unit's crest, click on it and then click like. Easier than pie, whatever that friggin' means. Also, read up on the weekly history of the Strike Brigade with Strike Honors. Here you'll read about the ones who paved the way for today's strike soldiers, from the Second World War to Vietnam, the Middle East, and everything in between. Make sure you read up on your strike history. Look for it at your base, on the strike portal, and on the Brigade Facebook page. And you gotta look for your copy of the Brigade's magazine, The Heartbeat, which is a monthly publication that is cover-to-cover strike. You're gonna love this thing. In it, you'll find the strike pictures and strike stories of your strike soldiers, useful information, and even words from Strike 6 himself. Absolutely, sir. You can soon find it at your base, on the strike portal, and on the Brigade's Facebook page. Get your copy today.
I just want to say I'm Captain Eric Schumpert here at FOB Wilson, Afghanistan. I just want to say Merry Christmas to my wife Michelle and son Thomas, and hello to my mother and father back home in Sumter, South Carolina. Thank you.
My name is First Sergeant Sanders. I'm with HAC 526 BSB out of 101st out of Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Just want to send some holiday wishes out to my family and friends in Amite, Louisiana. And also, I'd like to say hello to my mother, my sister, and my niece. Happy holidays.
Strike's Christmas in Kandahar was pretty eventful, and a lot was going on in the AO. Specialist Dylan Townsell of the 16th MPAD shows us what was happening here at FOB Wilson. Hey guys, what are you roasting? Chestnuts over there?
Absolutely.
Forget about it.
Missing the holiday season makes deployment to a combat zone tougher than normal. The contractors and soldiers staffing the dining facilities at Forward Operating Base Wilson, Afghanistan, spent weeks making sure Christmas dinner was perfectly prepared.
Special meal for Christmas was prime rib, turkey, ham. We did some mashed potatoes, some gravy, macaroni and cheese, some dressing, a little bit of snow crab, a little bit of shrimp. We prepared for about 2,500. We normally prepare for about 800 to 900 for each meal.
From the table decorations to the edible Christmas displays, and of course, the delicious food, the dining facilities transformed into warm reminders of home. These contractors use food and other materials to create a hallway of culinary Christmas cheer for their guests.
And then they took hard-boiled eggs, and then they did the little penguins. They put the little radishes on there, stuck the little tongues, and then they made the wings and everything for the penguins. So yeah, everything you see decoration-wise, as far as anything in the kitchen, outside the kitchen, out front of the defect, was all homemade by these guys here.
For the civilians and service members attending this Christmas dinner, the extra thought and care helped them to enjoy the holiday with their deployed family. From FOB Wilson, Afghanistan, Specialist Dylan Townsell, 16th MPAD.
Excellent piece, Townsell, and I hope all of you enjoyed your holidays. Speaking of holidays, here's some hometown shout-outs saying, hey, Merry Christmas.
Specialist Creighton. I'm here at lovely FOB Wilson, Afghanistan. Just wanted to say happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas to my family in Seattle, Colorado, and Florida. Thanks for everything you guys are doing. Y'all are my driving force, my emotional rock out here. I will see y'all in a couple weeks.
Sergeant First Class Michael Peasgood from Houston, Texas. Want to give a hometown shout out to my wife Amy and my boys Cameron, Colby, and Connor. Happy holidays and Happy New Year.